Hi Libra, I hope you're doing amazing. Welcome to a brief next 48-hour tarot reading for you. Do keep in mind this is general and it's meant to pertain to the following 48-hour period for you, beginning around when you were guided or drawn to this video, not just following when I post it. But we're going to begin by pulling an overall energy from the Tattoo Tarot deck, and then we'll see where the reading takes us. But I do more than appreciate you liking the video, commenting down below, and of course subscribing to the channel if you haven't joined this Libran tribe already. What do we have for the overall energy for the next 48 for Libra? Okay, the King of Cups. Very interesting. We'll get more about that in a second. But then let's also get one on this side in regards to Libra's overall way of being. Okay, the Six of Swords. Definitely a focus on leaving a situation. You could be doing a lot of migrating in the next 48. Don't be surprised when that's on your mind. Wanting something to end, wanting something to change, wanting to see it better for oneself. And you're absolutely correct by desiring that. But where should we be focusing at this time to maintain or bring back a level of productivity? Okay, let's pull from the Mystic Mondays. We're going to just pull some cards for the middle. I feel as if there's a very intuitive vibe about the energy in the next 48 where you, in a sense, are just knowing more than you are giving off or telling. People are seeing you as very intuitive. People are just a bit impressed by how well you can communicate, right? And how you don't force it all the meanwhile. I sense that there's a bit of a mystery in regards to what lies ahead, okay? Potentially a big switch up in the future, but also say you're working a job, a new job, or running your business. People are a bit perplexed and just curious, interested in regards to how you're going to be or how things are going to proceed, thinking about the recent past potentially. I sense that as well, even if you are a little bit emotional, dealing with a lot behind closed doors in general, potentially your spirituality on top of it all, you are coming off carrying oneself in a very royal manner. It's this vibe where Libra walks into the room, even continues with the situation, produces and develops, and knows their worth, knows their value, what you bring to a company, what your business brings to the lives of others, right? As far as benefits goes. Even if you slip up at times, right? You just know what you're doing and you're going to do it well. Period. Regardless of how that works out for you, that could play into more than one situation. But I just sense that with the Five of Swords at the center of your reading, there's stress. There's some stress that you're dealing with at this time, whether it's due to where you live, where you work, who you're connected to. Could again be more than one situation. Do not let it get the best of you. Now, I just sense that this is why you can't help but think about what needs to be left behind. This is why at times it feels necessary to separate oneself from what feels heavy or weighing you down, right? Same thing. What feels just unhealthy. But recognize that you are gaining what you desire, okay? And it might be sooner than you expect. So just allow for things to unravel as they're meant to and recognize the power of your mind. Interesting. I feel like this is meant to be in the upright. Underneath it all, there is a focus on, again, the mystery about you, the secrecy. Be strategic as to how much you share with new people that you're wrapped up with or that you're meeting. They don't need to know your whole life story. You might be spoken through by spirit. Your big loyal heart is what I'm getting as I'm drawn to this. Someone else's heart is beating in regards to you when they think of you. That's going to differ from case to case in regards to whether or not you desire that person. They're saying maybe slightly, but let's continue for Libra. The cards are sticking together. For Libra. Where you are, you're meant to be, even if it feels less than ideal. Bear with me. So we have the Nine of Cups and the High Priestess. Yeah, a very spiritually connected and guided next 48 for you. I am a Leo, Libra if you're new to this channel. But anyways, I like that this is coming out right after we were just talking about you having a big loyal heart. And it's just this dedication to something you've been working towards consistently that's paying off for oneself. even if it has moments of stagnation, right, or plateauing. Does that make sense? that'll be released or shaken off towards more progression soon after that. But anyways, I do also feel like there's the potential to be reminded there's a wish fulfillment and love lying ahead for you, whether it's somebody you already know, connected to, once did, or somebody brand new. Feels brand new for most drawn to this reading. But either way, I do sense that there's a feeling and a reminder, even potentially in moments when you're a bit stressed, from spirit, even through your third eye being opened, your intuition playing into it all, right? Being quite heightened at this time. There's more than one cup of fulfillment to be filled up for you, okay, moving forward. And I felt the need to go through all of those, but you get the point, because I do feel as if as one is filled up, it almost unexpectedly soon after that, the next is to be filled up, right? The perfect person flows in soon after you begin the right job for oneself, right? Or more success for your business comes to be, and then a perfect person comes to be, or somebody comes back when you desired it. Does that make sense? So again, it's just, as I got cut off due to lack of storage, again, this just reminds you of the innate ability to utilize your Libran mind to see what you desire to come to be, right? If I could even speak at this point now. But it feels like certain disturbances or just the energy in a situation could alter things for you in a negative sense. So there's a need to just take a deep breath and not focus on what isn't perfect at this time. But I do feel as if there's a feeling that your spirituality is very eye-opening in the next 48, the way spirit dreams for you, okay? The way spirit communicates through your dreams, through synchronicities, even works through other people that feels like coincidences at times, to make sure you know what you know when you need to, and so that you can somewhat see the way moving forward and stop bothering oneself when it comes to the unknown, okay, the uncertainties. Because I do feel like underneath it all, there's a vibe that you can't at this time fully or at all do what's right for you due to needing more money, or due to needing an approval, or maybe more than one thing, right? But Spirit's saying, well, think back to when you once needed something or multiple somethings, and then just acquired it, or just it came to be when it was meant to, and then everything started to pan out for oneself, even if things just needed to be switched up again in the near future. Does that make sense? You need to recognize that everything will come in and change and develop as it's meant to, period. You do a great job at trusting that at certain points, and then at other points it's kind of hard to fully or at all trust that. Okay, let's pull a couple more. Let's actually move these down. Stay in your lane is what I'm hearing. Stay in your lane. It's okay to bond with people, of course, in the next 48, because that's going to even be beneficial. But there's certain moments where when you know intuitively to stay away from certain people, or just to cut a conversation short, which you can do quite well at this point, do so. Okay, do so. There may be even another benefit from being in your hermit mode at that point. The Hierophant, yeah, just focused on wanting change. It feels like even, say you're just working a job, right, or running your business, it feels like that's in the back of your head. Whatever change this Six of Swords represents for you, but also, again, the third eye imagery, right? That's three of them right here. So the number 3 coming into play for the strong spirituality in the next 48, and in general along your path. But success. There's guaranteed success for you, Libra, okay? So do not fret. But I just feel like people know you're going places, and that's just the vibe, okay? The building stages, if you were to rewind back, have taught you so much and led you towards where you are at this point and what you're meant to achieve moving forward. And that's going to be different for everybody, how that looks. But do you understand that? And I sense that a door is opening up for you, and it could entail a key in the near future. Getting that from this little gateway right here. But sit, okay, they're saying, but sit and pretty. There's a feeling that when you do trust in your manifestation skill, all the meanwhile, when you allow for oneself to recognize the possibilities are endless for you, and that your spirit guides are helping things unravel and change as they're meant to, you just look even more attractive, exuding more mystery. But it just feels like in general you're being reminded the next 40, you are looking very good, okay? Regardless of what you're dealing with. Even for some that are attracted to you, the emotional side of you is relatable, it's attractive, it's real. As I catch my breath, the Queen of Cups speaks upon you feeling the need to overindulge at times, okay? But also needing to cater to what's making you feel a bit emotional. Not cater to the negativities, right? But to recognize that taking care of oneself and not just instinctively pushing those emotions down or just shoving them to the side, that's not going to benefit you when it comes to the next chapter or just when it comes to the quality of your work. Allow for oneself to just sit in that emotion for a hot second, ask oneself why it's coming to be, figure out what there is to learn, how to better cope with it moving forward, and then let's shake it off and move on, okay? That is your best route possible for that. But the Six of Pentacles talking about how in the midst of certain levels of stress, there is peaceful success all the meanwhile. You deserve what's coming to be. When need be in the next 48, reground oneself, rebalance your way of being out, your mindset, your approach, because you're about to achieve more than people even know, okay? It's people who think back to the beginning of your business or just the beginning stages or just when you began a job or just other parts along your path, different chapters, and they think back to how you were at that point, even just some people knowing along the way, even rewinding back that you were meant to be successful, and now you're more successful than you once were, than people expect, and people are tuning in and impressed, and it's just, while your third eye is opening in certain very important and powerful ways, other people's set of eyes are just seeing you in such an impressive light. It's just astounding. Other people are viewing it as astonishing. But however, I don't even know if that came out right, but I just feel like there needs to be a diminishing of you expecting the worst, because that will make things worse, okay? It'll make things more unhealthy until the best comes to be for oneself, okay? Just remember that the next 48 is a true level of you needing to keep one's head in the game and recognize that when the time comes, you'll be able to do what's right for you, okay? And there's a lot of benefits to where you are, even if it doesn't feel like it fully. With the Judgment card over here in the Eight of Cups, being honest with oneself in regards to how you're feeling. I mean, the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, I do feel a very balanced way about you when it comes to utilizing and applying your masculine side and your feminine side when need be, when it comes to effectively bonding with people, when it comes to your work, when it comes to just what feels most comfortable for you in that moment, right? Getting a release when need be, but it needs to be honest with other people in a selective way, potentially the voice of spirit coming through. But other people are just spirit being honest with you in certain moments that just reminds you that things are going to work out, okay? Take a deep breath in the next 48 and recognize that you have a lot of important changes and choices on the horizon as your life transforms for the better, unravels as it's meant to, and people see you in a very, very successful light as the abundance rolls in. And again, more than one wish fulfillment, more than one cup to be filled for you, Libra, as your third eye is so damn open, all right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your next 48, and I will definitely see you next time.